Imagine a world where the richest man in the city trades his empire for a mop and bucket just to see life from the bottom. What if a simple act of sharing a meal could bridge two worlds apart? In the quiet halls of a towering office building, a hidden truth unfolds, one that reminds us how kindness can change everything. The sharp smell of pine cleaner filled the vast lobby of Summit Corporation as Alexander Hale pushed his mop across the polished marble floor. Only a week ago, he had been in the top-floor suite, overseeing deals worth millions. Now, at 42, he wore faded overalls with a tag that read Alex, his luxury car keys swapped for a simple key ring, his custom suits left in his closet. "Hey, newbie, watch those edges near the reception," called out Maria, the longtime custodian who knew his secret. She had served Summit for 25 years and had hesitantly agreed to his plan to go undercover as a cleaner for 7 days. "The bosses treat us like ghosts," she had said. "You'll fade into the walls." That was what Alexander craved, to feel the pulse of his company from the shadows. He had grown Summit from a modest software firm into a giant, but recent feedback showed a gap between leaders and workers. One note called the executives out of touch with reality. It stung, pushing him to this disguise. As he mopped, staff rushed by, ignoring him completely. Some spilled coffee inches from his work. Others tossed wrappers near empty bins. He was invisible, just part of the scenery. The morning crowd thinned when Alexander saw a young woman dashing in, mid-30s, with curly hair tied back, in a modest dress, and carrying a tote bag plus a child's colorful knapsack. She looked worn, eyes heavy with worry. As she neared the elevators, the knapsack snagged on a bench, spilling crayons, a toy car, and a lunch container onto the wet floor. "Oh, dear God, not now," she whispered, kneeling to pick up the mess. Alexander hurried over. "Here, let me help," he said, gathering the scattered items. She looked up, her hazel eyes warm but tired. "Thank you so much," she replied softly. "I'm already behind and it's my review day." "You work upstairs?" he asked, handing her the crayons. She nodded. "Finance team. It's my second week." A faint smile appeared. "Not the best start, huh?" "Starts can be rough," Alexander said, standing with her. "I'm Alex, new on cleaning." "I'm Sophia Ramirez," she said, glancing at the clock. "Thanks again, Alex. I have to go." As the elevator doors closed, Alexander spotted a small stuffed elephant under a chair. He picked it up, but she was gone. Later, while emptying bins on the finance floor, he saw Sophia at a corner desk, bare except for a photo of a grinning boy around 6. He approached. "I think this belongs to someone special," he said, placing the elephant down. Her face lit up. "Peanut! Oh, thank you so much. My boy Mateo would cry without him." She slipped it into her bag. "He packs him every morning for luck, even if Peanut stays with me during school." "Important friend?" Alexander asked. "Yes," she said quietly. "From his dad, before he passed." The words hung heavy, hinting at loss. Before he could reply, a stern voice interrupted. "Ramirez, where's that budget summary? It was due this morning." Sophia straightened. "I'm sorry, Mr. Ellis. Mateo's school called with an issue." The supervisor frowned. "We expect reliability here at Summit. Family matters, stay outside." Alexander's jaw tightened, but he stayed silent, moving on. He watched Sophia compose herself. "It'll be ready soon, Mr. Ellis." As the day went on, Alexander's mind drifted to Sophia. From a quiet spot, he checked records, her entry-level pay as a junior analyst, enough for basics but tight in this city. At noon, he saw her heading to the lounge with a small sack. "Fancy seeing you here," she said, with a gentle smile. "Care to sit?" They found a table. Sophia unpacked a plain wrap, fruit, and cheese. Alexander had a granola bar. That's a light meal, she noted, splitting her wrap. Here, share mine. He paused, touched. No one had offered him something so pure in years. That's kind of you, he said, taking it. Really. Over bites, she shared about Matteo, who dreamed of stars and space. She had relocated after losing her job at a tiny firm, chasing stability despite debts from her husband's illness. Sorry for unloading, she said. It's just nice to talk. Strangers can listen best, Alexander replied. No expectations. What about you? New here too? Yeah, figuring things out, he said truthfully. She nodded. Well, welcome. Though I bet the top brass don't notice folks like us. Have you met any? He probed. No, she laughed softly. The CEO, Alexander Hale, probably never leaves his ivory tower. The words hit close. As she left, he asked, Why share your food? She smiled sadly. My mom taught me, give from the heart, even when it's hard. It comes back somehow. That evening, Alexander reflected on her words. In his boardroom life, everything was calculated. Her gesture felt like a quiet prayer answered. He decided to learn more about her world. Day 2, he timed his lobby work for her arrival. She looked drained. Morning, Alex. You all right? He asked. She sighed. Rough night. Matteo had a cough and childcare fell through. She hurried off. At lunch, they met again. She spoke of earning her degree nights while raising Matteo alone after her husband's death. Enough of me, she said. Your turn. He shared a toned-down truth. Had big plans once, but life shifted. This job's a reset. Resets build strength, she replied. Their talks deepened his undercover goal. By midweek, lunches were routine. He learned her hopes, a stable home, better for Matteo, faith guiding her through prayers for guidance. On Wednesday, he overheard Ellis berating her. This report's sloppy, Ramirez. Personal distractions aren't excuses. I'll correct it, she said steadily. It fueled Alexander's resolve to fix such toxicity. Thursday, Sophia looked distraught at lunch. Matteo's ill, fever at school, but I have a key meeting. Alexander offered, I finish early. I can get him. Watch till you're home. She hesitated. You'd do that? Friends help, he said. After checks, she agreed. He picked up Matteo, a bright boy clutching Peanut. Mom sent me. Like rockets? Matteo's eyes sparkled. They stopped for space books and a toy shuttle. At her modest apartment, cozy, filled with love despite worn edges, Alexander saw bills piled, a prayer card on the fridge. He cared for Matteo, reading stories till he slept. Sophia rushed in later. Thank you, Alex. He's better? Yes, rested well. She offered dinner, simple pasta. Over the meal, with Matteo's laughter, Alexander felt peace, like a family blessing. Washing dishes, hands brushing, he sensed a pull. You're great with him, she said. Kids? No, he admitted, never prioritized it. As he left, she confided, My review's shaky. Ellis says prove myself or go. You'll shine, he encouraged, squeezing her hand. Friday brought crisis. A deal needed his CEO input. He planned to switch identities noon. Morning, he saw Ellis humiliating Sophia publicly. Unacceptable work. Stay late if needed. Rough? Alexander whispered. Yeah, skipping lunch to fix it. He slipped a note. His real number, dinner invite for them, space-themed for Matteo. At noon, he changed to suit, becoming Alexander Hale. In meetings, thoughts strayed to her. Late afternoon, alert. Dispute in finance. He rushed down. Ellis yelled, You're out, Ramirez. Probation over. Sophia stood firm. I fixed it. Please check. Alexander intervened. What's this? Alice paled. Mr. Hale? Just handling staff. Sophia stared, piecing it. Alex? Yes, Alexander admitted. I've been undercover to see our culture. Shock rippled. He defended her, ordering Ellis's review. Alone, she confronted. All lies? Not our bond, he said. I started for the company, but you showed me true grace. Hurt, she asked. Was I a project? No, You humbled me with your faith, your giving. She left conflicted. Weekend silence. Monday, she transferred departments. He spotted her outside, texted. They met at a park. Why? She asked. To bridge the gap, he said. But you're real to me. Mateo ran up, hugging. Mr. Alex! Over talks, she softened. It's complicated, but dinner stands? Yes, she agreed. Slowly. Months later, at the company gala, changes bloomed. Better support, fair policies, inspired by her. She arrived with Mateo. You came. We did. He gifted a community fund for housing aid. As they watched the stars, she whispered, I love how you've changed. Because of you. In their circle, faith and kindness wove them tight. Sometimes a shared meal opens doors to the heart's true home.